Is it working?
Oh yeah. And the memory card has 7 hours of recording time on it, so I simply forgot to change it from internal memory, which has limited amount. So
did you tell Fat Herman that she needs to be a little bit more careful what she's doing in public?
I will next time I see her. She's gonna get a hell of a lecture from me about that. She already got one.
After you tell her that we saw a movie about her.
Yeah. What was the name of that movie again? Sally?
Tammy.
Tammy, yeah, that's what it was. Tammy.
Like at the end of the movie, you see, certain names were changed to...
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, it said, based on a true story, factual events.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they've been watching these videos and they wrote that screenplay.
I think so.
I think I'm entitled to screen credit and maybe kick back some, a little taste of the profits here.
What was that show in the 60s, the police show, and the names of others have been protected or something?
Dragnet.
Yeah, that's what I saw there at the end of that movie. Certain names were changed a little, and...
Yeah.
trips lined up. It doesn't matter when. I'm going to set the dates for them.
Well, let me know.
I'm not setting the dates. I'm just setting. Well, I am kind of. That one I can set. That's a local. That's not a 18 hours one way and back. This is right up here to Hartford.
Well, let me know when you're doing it because I have to let the guy know.
Probably this week. I will call you like Tuesday or Wednesday, and then they'll just...
This way I contact the guy, I tell him when, and this way he makes sure he can be there. And I got to give you some money too if you go over there.
What is it, $100?
$100. It's about the same size as the one we found at the flea market, maybe a little smaller than that.
Stick it right in the back seat. 1921?
I'm not really sure the year, but it's going to be somewhere in the 20s. It's an American-made Pathé. They were made under license here. Pathé is a French company, of course, but I have no real experience with these, so I'm going to get some this way. They're not that common, but they're around.
So he's near Springfield or between?
Near it.
So he's up on the border then, basically.
Yeah, he's right on the border.
Because if you're in Hartford and you go to Massachusetts, he ain't far. He ain't got too far to go.
Yeah, he's right up there. I have his exact address on one of the boxes that's in the van because I bought some parts from him. So
Hartford, Wethersfield, you're getting near the border. Oh shit! Just go up 91. Get off 84, pick up 91 north, boom, follow it right in.
Yep.
Hartford from the border is like 20-ish minutes. So then however far he is there, so he can't be too far.
No.
I'm in touch with this guy.
What?
How long have you been in touch with him?
A couple weeks. I bought something from him a couple weeks ago. He mentioned he had other machines he might be interested to sell. And he told me the Pathé. He was thinking of breaking the Pathé up for parts because he didn't want to ship it whole. It's too heavy for him to manage. I don't know how old the guy is. I'm assuming he may be elderly, may be disabled somehow. I don't know. And it was too much for him really to deal with.
Tuesday or Wednesday. I think I can do this Tuesday or Wednesday.
Well, let me know an exact, and I will let him know. Name's Al. It's supposed to get warm up this week, I think.
That's good. Melt some of the snow.
And I got a backlog of phonographs to work on.
Everything's too frozen and muddy.
Well, I got to clean a lot of these motors outside with gasoline and shit. And I'm not doing that when it's fucking 30 degrees and ice and snow all over everything. Fuck that. I can't do that shit no more like that.
You got buyers lined up?
Oh, there's always buyers. You know? I don't have any particular ones lined up, but there's always buyers for that kind of stuff. A little spiffing up here and there, rebuild the motors, clean them up, do the reproducers, and blow them back out again.
What's the tall model called?
Floor model.
Floor model.
I don't deal with those because those you really can't ship those.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a few of my own personal machines, but that's it. I try to stick to portables or small tabletop models.
What's the furthest one went? Turkey?
Yes, I have sent not one of... Yeah, I did send one of my phonographs to Turkey and two more that I bought for the guy because he couldn't buy them here himself. I've sent phonographs to Hong Kong. And various places around the U.S.
Been to both. Been to Hong Kong and Turkey.
Istanbul?
Yes.
Ankara?
Antalya?
Ankara.
Not Ankara, but I've been to Antalya.
Oh.
Istanbul, been there.
That's where my phonograph connection over there is right now, actually. He's on a buying trip in Istanbul. He has access to a lot more of the British stuff than I do here. So when I need parts, he's a good source for that. Gesundheit.
Good.
Although sometimes the British phonographs do turn up on this side of the pond too.
They worth more?
Yes. They're extremely high quality machines. Columbia, Decca, and of course the gramophone company HMV, his master's voice.
So instead of 200 or 300, how much are they worth?
Some of them might only be 200 or 300. And other ones might be 300 or 400, 400 or 500, 600. It depends on the machine and the condition and the color and all of that stuff. A lot of variation there. And which market you're selling it in. If you limit yourself to the U.S. market, you're going to get a couple $100, 150, $250 around there for a nice one. If you open it up to the British market, then you're going to get 250 pounds sterling, you know, because they get crazy with that shit. Because they wouldn't be shy about telling you that the British companies made the best phonographs of the late 20s into the 1930s, and they're right, they did. By then, Victor had pretty much bowed out of the market and was making basically cheap phonographs, which is what the public wanted. But overseas, they still wanted something of high quality. And they didn't care if it was a little heavy and all of that. You know? And HMV delivered that, as did Columbia and Decca at that time, because Columbia was a British company by then. Or Pillard of Switzerland. I bought one of their phonographs just the other day, in fact. An Art Deco masterpiece, all chrome. Really nice one. That one came from right here in New York. A lot of times people don't even know what the hell they are because they're not marked. But I know what they are just by looking at them. You see that chrome deck is a dead giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
It was expensive to build something like that in 1935. You know, very expensive, and they only sold it at the highest end department stores. It was the Swiss company Pillard that supplied mechanical bits, and U.S. makers that made the little cases and stuff like that to whatever specifications the manufacturer, whoever the end user wanted. A small case, a larger case with more record storage, but always that same chrome deck. You see that, and you know right away what you have. Even though there's no name marked on it, you know. So a lot of people who don't know phonographs will find this in Grandma's attic. There's no name on this piece of junk. You know, it's probably, look at that, that's chrome. That must be from the 50s or something. Not worth that much. Yeah, okay. Has a fantastic sound. A huge horn.
Got that pink colored paint on it?
Colored paint? No. When I say horn, internal horn.
Oh.
It's a very long internal horn. It's wound up inside the case, but still a horn, and it's still 8 feet long. Now, if you unbent it, stretched it all out, it would be 8 feet long, which is pretty fucking big. It's what gives them a lot of bass, a lot of sound, you know, good sound reproduction. Now, what you're thinking of is a Morning Glory horn. Those are external horn machines. Then you're talking thousands. You know, those
Really?
machines. Oh yes, external horn machines with a Morning Glory horn, all hand painted like that. That's like $3,500.
Jesus.
That's very expensive.
It's got like a pearl pink.
Well, they vary greatly, and you know, as the customer's taste or whatever it might be. But yeah, there's all different kinds. Some are plain black with just a little bit of gold trim around them. Others can be extremely, you know, painted up with anything you want. All sorts of hand painting designs on them.
4,000.
Well, they start at around $1,200, and they go up to about 12,000, depending on who made it, when it was made, what model it is, condition and features it has, what sound box is on it, what horn it has, and stuff like that. Like an ornate Victor III from the aughts, 1905, 1906, something like that's $3,500 easily with a Morning Glory horn on it. A Victor II, like I have, with a witch's hat horn, that's about $1,400, $1,500. Yeah, that's my only external horn machine, excluding the small horn on the Edison. And I
Not for
figured-
sale?
No, no, that I'm keeping. I only have one. I'm not planning on getting more. Not at those prices. You know, and mostly I prefer to screw around with the portables and small tabletops. They're easier to play with. The parts are not expensive. And you don't, bust a gut trying to move the damn things around. And I can ship them. When they're ready for sale, I can ship them out. It's not a huge hassle there either. The biggest machines I like to play with, basically, are like the one I bought at the flea market that time. And I've acquired another one since. Because it was so damn cheap, I couldn't pass it up, even for the parts. In fact, it came with an extra sound box. That alone is $75-80.
April 12th is when the Elephant's trunk is supposed to open.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I'll have any money by April 12th, but we'll see. I've noticed an alarming trend in phonographs lately, though. Certain models, the prices have been skyrocketing all of a sudden. I don't know why. I think people have suddenly decided to start collecting phonographs. I used to be able to buy the little portable Victor 50s for about $75 to $125, needing a little bit of help here and there. Now all of a sudden they're all selling for like $250, $350,
Jeez.
and without any work done to them, without the motors, been refurbished and the sound boxes renewed, nothing.
Like ammo.
Yes, like what the hell is this? The good part is that I bought 10 of the fucking things last year.
For cheap.
Yes, except one, which was an exceptionally nice one, which was I bought for me. I didn't buy it to resell.
You can always resell it.
I couldn't. I'd easily get my money back now, but I'm not planning to sell that one. But I have plenty of other ones that I am, so it's like, but I can't replace them. That's the problem. When they're gone, I would buy a couple, refurbish them, sell them, buy a couple more.
I'm always on the lookout for them for cheap.
Yeah.
Always on, even in Vegas. There's no antique shops out there.
Yeah.
They stunk.
Yeah.
Not like here. It's like they stunk.
Well, for the most part, phonograph collecting is a small collecting fraternity. There's not that many of us doing it. But there's enough out there, and it's spread all over the world, so. And it's, I think, possibly more popular in Europe than it is here. In England and all of those. Organic potholes.
Oops, yeah.
Yeah, mousy.
Is that what it is?
It's a mouse. Yeah, it's just a mouse. Yeah, see it? Went under the ice.
Yeah. Yeah. Freaking them out.
It's just a mouse. Some mousies around.
Tiger go after it?
Oh, yes. He's death on mousies. You disembowel that little bastard. He makes full patrol, too, when he comes inside. And when he goes outside, sniffing around for them. And judging by what the little guy does to the fake mice, if he ever catches a real one, it's gonna be a hell of a mess. There's gonna be bits and pieces all over the place.
Well, it's ice already.
Yeah. That it is. All right, Scott.
All right, I should be around. I'll let you guys know.
Yep.
There he is.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's waiting. He knows what time it is. Oh. So let me know. You go order there now.
Yeah, I'll